Hey guys, it's Miranda with Serious Dance and Fitness, and today I'm going to be taking you through a quick 10-minute cardio workout. The only thing you're going to need for this workout is an exercise mat. Every exercise in this workout is 30 seconds long, so really try to push through the entire 30 seconds without stopping. Even if that means taking your tempo down to half speed, it's all good. For example, if we're doing some high knees, instead of running it out, you can just step and touch that knee if you need to catch your breath. Every exercise has a 10-second rest in between, so really take advantage of those rests. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, and calm that heart rate back down. If you absolutely cannot catch your breath, feel free to pause the video, take your time, and then come back to it when you feel ready. We're gonna start out with some jumping jacks, so let's go ahead and get going, get that heart rate up. All right, you guys, so the first thing we're gonna start out with is some jumping jacks. We're just gonna get that heart rate up. All you need to do is bring your arms up, jump your legs out. Real simple here. Next thing we're gonna move into is our inchworms. So for this, all we're gonna do is go down to the mat, touch our toes, walk our arms out into a plank, and then walk the arms right back in to fully stand up. If you're not that flexible, feel free to bend those knees to get down to the mat, but we do wanna work on getting that flexibility to the range where we can just bend down, touch our toes, and walk it out. Again, on this, go for as fast as you can, but don't go too crazy. We still have a long way to go. Make sure you're locking it down into that plank every time as well. From here, we are moving into rotation jacks. So similar to a jumping jack, our legs are gonna be going out and in. We're just gonna rotate our upper body and look up to the sky with that hand that's up high. We want to get into a low squat every time we jump out as well, just to get a little bit more of a leg burn. From here, we are going to be moving into just some toe touches. So we're going to kick those legs out, reach for those toes, and really contract that core every time. So we want to do 2 kicks out with a straight leg, and then we're going to bend it in and twist a little bit to the side to hit those obliques. Make sure you're really engaging that belly button to the spine to get those abs working. From here, we're gonna move into some squat jumps. So we wanna make sure we're getting as low as we can on these squat jumps while keeping our proper form, keeping those knees right over those toes, keeping that back flat and not arched. And every time we jump up, we wanna make sure we're landing toe ball heel on the way back down. If you start to get tired, hold that squat a little bit at the bottom before you jump back up again. From here, we're gonna move into our butt kickers. So we're just running it out here, trying to get those heels to touch our glutes every single time. Try to go for a little bit of speed here and really drive those arms in a running position just to keep that upper body moving. Next thing we're moving to is our ice skaters. So we're gonna be jumping from side to side on these and touching our foot back behind us. So first I'm gonna jump out to the side and touch that back leg all the way behind me in almost a curtsy lunge. You wanna make sure you're jumping as far side as you can and getting as low into that curtsy lunge as possible. We still wanna try to keep that knee right over our toe or even slightly turned out, but make sure that that toe is not turned in. Moving now into some jumping lunges, so we're just gonna be switching our lunge from right side to left side, jumping in between. We wanna make sure our front knee is staying right over that toe and that back knee is bending at a 90-degree angle. You can be slightly leaned forward just to make sure we're not swaying in our back, and just keep jumping it out. Moving down to our mat for our downward dog with a toe touch. So we're gonna get into our downward dog position, and then from there we're reaching our opposite arm to our opposite leg, and then returning back to a plank position. This is gonna hit a little bit of our abs as we're contracting into our plank, as well as testing our balance to try to get that opposite arm to touch that toe. If you can't quite touch the toe yet, just reach for it, it'll get the same effect. Stretch out those wrists if you need to. We are moving into some plank jacks from here. So we're just gonna be in our plank position, and we wanna jump our legs out and in like we'd be doing a jumping jack, except for in our plank. Now I find this one is a little bit easier to do on the hands rather than using the elbow plank modification. So do your best to stay up on those hands the entire time, and if you need to, just hold a plank rather than jump it out. Quick 10-second break right here. Tie your shoe if it came untied, like mine. And next we are gonna be moving into some mountain climbers. So for these mountain climbers, we wanna go for speed. Go as fast as you can, drive those knees as high as you can to your chest. If you do start to get tired, then just step it out, but still focus on that high knee drive to get that core engaged. 10-second rest, and we are going to move into our last plank exercise. We are gonna do plank side jumps. So we're up in our plank and we're just gonna jump our legs from one side of our mat to the other. We wanna tuck those legs up as high as we can, just so we can make it all the way to the other side of the mat. Really bend those knees on the way down. You can rest a tiny bit before you jump in that little bent position. Obviously, I can't keep my shoes tied. Next thing we're gonna move into is our 3 runs with a burpee. So instead of doing a normal burpee with a push-up, we're just gonna jump this out from a plank and then do 3 runs at the top. Jump it back out to your plank and 3 more runs at the top. You can kind of vary this depending on how tired you're feeling by either running a bit more between every burpee or holding down in that plank just a little bit longer before you jump back up. We've got just a few more exercises left. The next thing we are moving into is our star jumps. So we're starting in a narrow squat position and just bringing those arms out and those legs out at the same time and returning back down into that narrow squat. Make sure on the landing our knees are staying right over our toes. A lot of the times the tendency is to bring those knees in. Make sure you're keeping them out. Remember to keep breathing through everything. We have 2 more. We're gonna move on to our Heismans, which is just 3 runs to the side, driving that knee up high and contracting those abs before we switch over to the other side. So we're running 3 times, driving that knee, 3 times, driving that knee, just going from side to side, really making that contraction in the abs. Try to exhale every time you drive that knee. It's just gonna help keep that breath. Our final exercise is going to just be some high knees. Try to go out for speed. Last thing, give it all you got. If you absolutely cannot, just step it out, but really try to push through. Get that knee to the hand every single time. Drive those knees up high. And you guys are done. Go ahead and reach those arms up. Go down into a forward fold. Just catch that breath again. Stretch it out. Very nice work today, you guys. Grab that back heel for a quad stretch. Especially after cardio, we tend to feel it in our quads, so make sure you give that quad a good stretch. Switch on over to the other side. Amazing work today, you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and also follow me on Instagram and Facebook at serious.danceandfitness for fun workout tips and nutrition advice. Always remember to stay hydrated and eat right.